Hello folks, my name is Andrea and recently I joined the gym, and as many of you, I hated every single minute of it. So I thought with myself, how could I make it more funny? Because it's terrible. So I created a Flappy Bird that operates using push-ups. So the first thing I've done is to create a program that calculates the distance between me and my computer, because it's going to be served as my main camera, and every time I get closer, the distance gets smaller. And when the distance is smaller than 20 centimeters, for example, I know for sure that I'm doing a push-up because I'm getting closer. And when the distance is bigger, it means that I'm not doing a push-up at all. So that's the first step. I did it using CVZone. That is a library that operates well with the OpenCV. And I also going to be sharing the code of all this that I'm doing on GitHub, so you can experience it on your own. Now I'm gonna show you how this code actually works. Because here we have my face mesh, and in order to calculate the distance, you need to know the distance between my left eye and my right eye on real life. In this case is 6.3 centimeters, so we have that in mind. But we also need the focal length. The focal length is different between each camera, and in order to calculate that, we have this following account. So I stood 50 centimeters from the camera, and when I did it, the distance between my left eye and my right eye on camera, aka here, was 666.8, and I divided it by my real life distance, which is 6.3, and it gave me 530. So that's my focal length. And with that, we can know the proportion between real life and on camera. Based on that, I can calculate the distance on real life. So that's basically that. So that's why I know that this distance in pixels is equivalent to 43 centimeters on real life. So I don't want to reinvent the wheel, so I'm going to be using something that already does exist. I'm going to use this version by Leon Marks that is on GitHub. So it's basically a simple version of Flappy Bird that every time that you play and every time that you do a press spacebar, the bird jumps. And I'm going to mix that with the face distance calculator that we created. So every time I do a push-up, aka I get closer to the camera, I'm going to jump the bird. So I basically did it. I mixed both, and I'm going to be demonstrating you how it's working right now. I'm not going to do push-ups, but I'm going to mimic that. Getting next to the camera is going to be quite ridiculous, but it's going to work. So if every time I get next to the camera, it jumps. Let me see if I can get a good score right now. Okay, not quite good. I think it's going to be way better if I actually do the push-ups, so I'm gonna do that. So as you saw, the notebook keyboard is on my neck, so I couldn't do a proper push-up form. And I even tried to flip the notebook upside down, but it didn't work because the video detection was not working with my face upside down. So I'm gonna let it as is. This video was basically a test. So if you have any other suggestions, I'm open to it. And that's pretty much it. Bye.